Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan, alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Handling the Eastern Conference, this DC crowd hoping to watch their Wizards come out on top. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland. So far, no luck against this team. They've dropped both of the games in the previous two matchups this season.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Fry in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. And Wall kicks to Beal. Now the pass to Pierce. 6 on the shot clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Wall. Connects from three-point range.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kev. I caught up with Washington's head coach. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here is Wall after the made shots from Fry. Here's Beal. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And the layup just gift wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Now here's Waiters, averaging 8 points a game. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist from Dion Waiters.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
And Wall kicks to Murray. He feeds it to Gortat. Rejected by Fry. And he's able to get it back. Murray. Here's James. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Brooklyn. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Beal against Waiters. Beal dishes to Wall. This is it to Pierce. Now the feed to Beal. And again, Washington with the triple.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
The drive by LeBron. And he slams that one down.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
And it's Pierce in the corner. Dishes to Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Bulls.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
The offensive rebound.
Things have kind of gone south for them here in the quarter.
There's the pick. And Wall kicks to Pierce. For Gortat, he gets it there. The 11-footer, and Washington again with the bucket. For the Wizards, Nene comes in for Gortat. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Paul Pierce.
Well, a chance to check out John Wall here. He's been just lighting it up recently. The stats speak for themselves. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 8 assists, and better than 2.5 steals. They've been able to count on him to run the show offensively, which he's done with his sensational passing.
Yeah, he's been setting them up with a lot of easy baskets, room service dimes. We call them one great look after another. coming off of his passes. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Here's Murray, and it's blocked by Love. Fry with the ball. He's picked up by Wall, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, guys, about 75%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
That's good. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Irving with the ball. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Waiters passes to Fry. Rebound, Washington.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
That is good. Fry's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside. He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Cavaliers have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Irving gets a screen from Fry. LeBron James on the wing. There's the screen. Lets the 3 fly. Irving misses.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
You've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guy.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Miller's checked in for James. Harris comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told Black Hole that he wants their offense to run through him. That's how much confidence Coach has in his ability to get their offense operating at its peak level. And given his track record, that confidence is well deserved. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. In Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break. I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
Here's Dellavedova. Feeds to Harris. To the wing on the left. Fry with the ball. Benet on him. And again, another shot trained there from Fry. Fry's got 10 points.
The lead changes hands once again. There's been no separation between these 2 teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
Now here's Beal. He's got 10. Hit him hard off that pick and finished strong. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
Outside, Wall. They set the screen. Puts up the baby hook. Misses from short range.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Here's Miller. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone. Teams making substitutions here. Over Cleveland, their last game, a win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Ball and Beal together in the backcourt. Then there's the name. Then it's Porter. And it's Murray in at power forward. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Irving gets a screen from Fry. Irving attacking. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
It was a slow start for him. But he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
And here's Wall. He has 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
The past few weeks, let's see how Washington stacks up. First in block, 11th in steal. And they're in the top half of the league in free throw shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand some improvement there.
And to me, what jumps out is the blocks, because they're an intimidating team. They really control the paint. They like to physically dominate their opponent. And when they do that and they get a lot of block shots, obviously it gives their defense a ton of confidence.
Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. The Cavaliers, number 1.
Yeah, plain and simple, they do not take bad shots. They really share the ball. They get great player and ball movement, and that's why they shoot the percentage that they do.
What a performance from Beal here. He's got 21 points, and he's added to his number. 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
Fry with the ball. Nene on him. Irving gets a screen from Fry. They get it back. Some solid defense there by Nene. Washington has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And he hits it to tie the game up. 23 points here for Beal.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
LeBron kicks to Thompson. Irving attacking. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Irving's got 13 points.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Outside, Wall. To the left side wing. Porter dishes to Nene. 6 to shoot. Beal against Waiters. Here's Wall. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. There's a minute left in the first half. And Fry kicks to James. Takes it off the glass. He's got 15.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
They set the pick. And Wall. Here we go now. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And for him so far this season, he's shooting 83% from the free throw line. Those are outstanding numbers.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And the basket good. 41 seconds left in the first half of the game. Nene outside. Nene with the screen on Waiters. Nene the pass to Beal. Now Porter. His last outing he had 8 points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Irving with the basket on the assist by James. James has got his 4th assist in this one. They set the pick. And Wall. Here we go now. It's Beal on the wing. He kicks it to Nene. Shot from the wing. Shot is off. And
Paul, how would
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business.
happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jock Rivers. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Fry in at the 5. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hey, guys. Black hole in their last game against the Nets got down to business. He ended with 13 points, and as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Just numbers that really jump out at you in the box score.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players, have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
Beal dishes to Gortat. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Gortat's got his second bucket of the night.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Beal against LeBron. Beal with the steal. Outside, Wall. Got a piece of it. And Beal kicks the Wall. Outside, Pierce. Pass to Wall. Just 5 on the clock. Another one falls for Washington.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy. Looking now at some numbers for Paul Pierce. Now the last month of basketball was for him. He's right around 13 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
Fry passes to Love. He dishes it to Waiters. Back to Love. Kicks to LeBron. Pass to Fry. And on the way from Irving for 3, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 18 points.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He told us, guys, when we've got the ball, let's take it right into the teeth of the defense. Attacking the basket is going to be their MO. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense. Lots of shots and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Waiters. No good on the triple. Wizards trailed by 6. Outside, Wall. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. They've gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4.
And Fry slams it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Dish out to Beal. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
A different look now for Cleveland. Miller's checked in for LeBron. Harris comes in for Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And then he's checked in for Washington. Beal dishes to Gortat. From 13, that's good from Beal on the assist from Gortat. 25 points here for Beal.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Fry with the ball. Dellavedova kicks to Fry. He's looking for Love and finds him. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Gortat with the steal. Now here's Beal, guarded closely. Some solid defense from Fry.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
Dellavedova, the pass to Fry. Out to Miller. Fry inside. Nene on him. Harris outside. The pass to Fry. Harris with it. Now Pierce defending. Love. Shot is no good. Gortat with the defensive effort. Wizards trailed by 4. It's Wall with the drive. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense. That's for sure.
Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. He feeds it to Fry. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They've got to keep riding it.
Nene setting the pick for Beal. Outside, Wall. Beal against Harris. Lets it go from 11, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Fry dishes to Harris. Out to Miller. Miller off a pick from Fry. Pass to Dellavedova. A 3-ball. They grab their own miss. Now, here's Fry. Here's covering. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Love. And at last, they get one to fall. Love's got 7.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, big margin for them in the rebounding department. They've completely dominated the boards here.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards.
Nice.
Change possession. And the Wizards with possession, trailing by 10. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. All out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Stolen by Thompson. Irving kicks to Waiters. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Prize checked in. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach of the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Irving kicks to James. Fry with the ball. Nene on him. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and fires. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Wizards trailed by 12. Now here's Porter. And there's the feed to Wall. Porter passes to Wall. Porter dishes to Wall. 4 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Pierce. And stolen by LeBron. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And Thompson kicks to Fry. 6 to shoot. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
But they're rebounding. They've given themselves a lot of second chances, and it's really helped them.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Irving against Wall. The kick out to Pierce. And it's Wall at the elbow. And Washington again with the bucket. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Irving passes to James. Goes up the baseline. Blocked. Ball again, Irving. Porter dishes to Pierce. He kicks it to Nene. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
And Irving with the basket on the assist by Fry. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for Cleveland. Outside, Wall. There's a screen. Dishes to Murray. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there. The Cavaliers leading by 12. James in the post. Here's covering. The kick out to Irving. Poked away. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And the first one drops. Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Bradley Beal comes in for Porter. Pierce hits 2.
Oh, a perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Left side, Love. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 6th assist on the night.
He had no problem knocking down that shot. And a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Beal with it. Picked up by Love. Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Irving kicks the Fry. Pass to James. James with another miss.
Well, I guess they can get them when they need them. That's a good job of getting to the miss.
Wall passes to Murray. Wall attacking. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9 in their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Irving with it. He dishes it to Waiters. Pass to Love. And he jams hit one in.
Now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Wall dishes to Gortat. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Cleveland leading by 10. The kick out to Irving. Waiters passes to Fry. Pierce with the steal. Beal against Irving. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Back to Wall. The dish now to Pierce. The pass to Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. Beal gets a wide open look. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Fry passes to Waiters. Fry dishes to Love. Pierce against James. LeBron is doubled, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
5 on the clock. Here's Waiters.
And now just watching the clock wind down and what will turn out to be a win here for the Cavaliers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shot.
And this will make it 1 victories for them on the year.
Once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games this season against this club. They've done a great job of just playing their best, and it has mattered most against the Wizards.
What a huge standout performance it was for Black Hole. You have to love the way that he was closing out defensive trips. I mean, he would always body up and really be physical. That's why he ended up with so many boards.
The kick out to Pierce. And good, coming off the assist by Wall.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here is Fry. And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Wall's shot is off.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go,